Hey everyone, guess who's awake again? Merlin. Hi baby. Well, I do not know what this 1 week down, 1 week up thing is. Yeah, you were sleeping so good. I really thought you were down for the count, but you decided not so much, huh? Oh, sweetheart. I know, you got this head shed going on. And it's a bummer, I know. Hang on, okay, there, I got it. I just want to get that little piece hanging off your face. It's okay. I won't bug it. I won't bug it anymore. Where you going? Come here, bud. Let's come over here. You want to have something to eat? And have a little snack. You know, since you've been up since yesterday. Yeah? What do you think? Tasty? Yeah, okay. Well, what's happening with the light around here? Oh, I think a light bulb is going out. That's what's going on.
Yeah, looks like it.
Here you go, sweetheart. Whoops. Got a little bit excited with that one, Merlin. There you go, baby. But how come you decided to get up? Did you decide that you wanted...
Okay.
Filming! Did you decide that you wanted a snack? Is that why? Your head itched from the shed? Like, what was the deal? Because you were pretty happy sleeping there for a while, Merlin. What was up, buddy? Whoops. Yeah, this one's pretty wriggly. Here you go, sweetheart. There you go. Yeah. I just don't know what made you decide to get up. That was so strange. Temperatures are good. There's not a lot of humidity. Temps are really good. So, I don't know, Mr. Man. I don't know what to say about you, other than how strange of you to decide to get up. There you go. I don't know. Now, remember, Merlin's 2.5. So, this is actually his first legitimate attempt at brumation. It's not uncommon, especially for males. Why it's especially males, no idea, but it's not uncommon for males in their first actual brumation, which usually happens, you know, they have to be at least 2 years old usually, to kind of go in and out and try it on. Sometimes you got to try on brumation. You know, you can't just, you know, go into brumation like, you know, you knew what you were doing when you don't know what you're doing, huh, Merlin? Huh. Yeah. So, you know, his 6 or 7 days of sleep, 6 or 7 days awake thing is not that unusual, especially for first-timers. But because he was so, you know, he's such a big boy, and he was well-fed, and it's plenty warm in here. The mid-range of his tank is 86 degrees. The warm side's about 102. The cool side's about 79 to 80. I really thought he was probably going to just know immediately how to do it, and that was going to be it. But it's all right. We can do week on, week off if that's what he would like to do. Yeah, maybe while you're awake, you'll finish this shed and eat a little bit more and have a gigantic poop. Yep. Merlin is the one that I have, the one dragon I have that really does not care for the water. Oh, that's it. Finished. All right, big man. And so, hi, baby. And so I never know for sure, you know, what his deal is. He'll get in the water literally just long enough to get a drink of water, and then he wants nothing more to do with it. He wants out, out, out right now. He does not want to mess around in there, does he? Yeah. Hi, baby. Yeah. But when he first got up, we had such a good cuddle. We had a really good cuddle, like we haven't had in a long time. Yeah. So it was all good. Yes, you may bask a little if you would like to. Go right ahead. Shinny on over there, mister. Good job, Merlin. So, yep, you know, if he wants to be in and out for a bit, that's okay. I fully expect probably next year he will go under and stay under. But that's okay. I enjoy seeing him when he's awake. So maybe you'll get to see him in his Halloween costume in real time, actually awake and in it. We don't know. We'll see. Of course, he may just as well be back asleep by then. Who knows? Yep. So anyway, Mr. Merlin is still the holdout, doing his thing, but he's a happy boy. Yeah. Still king of the side-eye, though. I'm watching that side-eye, Merlin. I am. That's quite a side-eye you have. It is. Yep. So he took, let me see, he took about 7 or 8 worms, which for him is about a standard feeding when he's really hungry, or usually when he's shedding. It's not uncommon for him to do twice that, but I suspect he's still kind of toying with the idea of whether or not to stay awake or get a couple more weeks of sleep. So that's okay. You know, you saw him let me know he was finished, and that's fine. So no problem. And you know, the nice thing too is before I gave him those worms, I had an opportunity to put some extra calcium with D3 on it, and a little extra multivitamin, and a little extra probiotic. So, you know, while he's awake, I'm going to maximize whatever supplements I can give him just to make sure he stays healthy and well. Sometimes you'll have a dragon that, especially if it's a dragon that normally brumates pretty well, and then they have a season for whatever reason that they don't go into brumation, then it's really an easy thing for them to get sick. Whether that's upper respiratory infection, whether that's calcium deficiency, whether they kind of toy around with dehydration. Any or all of those things can happen literally just from a dragon who normally is in brumation, and for whatever reason, you know, they're not. 1 year, I think I may have mentioned in a prior video, but it was way before I had this channel. I had to keep Finian awake because he was going through medical treatment. And so it was right when he first started turning himself over. So long before the thing with his back legs or any of that. But yeah, he had to undergo some medical stuff. So the vet that I was seeing at the time, that I am no longer seeing, insisted that I keep him awake. So I did, but I'm telling you, you've never seen a more miserable dragon in your entire life. He was literally miserable the whole rest of the year until the following brumation. I mean, he didn't become ill, okay? He got over what was being treated, and he was, from a physical standpoint, he was fine. All of his labs were good, fecal was sound, everything was great, he was a good weight, everything was fine, but he just was lethargic. He didn't want to do anything. You know, he's the one that always likes to go with me when I go out in the world. He wanted nothing to do with it. I mean, he just was off the entire time. He got tired early. You know, he would get up at his normal time, which is, you know, well, between 8:30 and 9 o'clock in the morning. And he normally goes to bed, you know, between 9 and 10. But he wanted to go to bed at like 4 in the afternoon. He just really, it just was a slug. And I took him repeatedly to the vet because it wasn't like him. So what is this about? Well, I don't know. You know, his test results are fine. So, you know, he'll snap out of it. Sometimes they get like this, blah, blah, blah. Yeah, right. Well, when I took him to the new vet, in fact, the one I have now, and I said, listen, something is off with him. And she said, did he go into brumation this past year? And I said, it's funny you should say that because, he was undergoing treatment. And the vet that I saw at the other place said, don't let him sleep. So I didn't, but he literally has been miserable. And she said, yeah, they use that seasonal sleep time to store up energy, as well as, turning down their systems so they don't have to eat or drink during what's normally the dry season in Australia. So when you interrupt that, sometimes they can't really snap all the way out of it. So she said, we'll keep an eye on him, but there's really nothing to do for treatment because he's doing fine. Keep giving him his bee pollen, keep, giving him lots of extra natural sunlight, which I was already doing, but I said, yes, sure, I'll do that. And we just watched him. So he was healthy, but he just wasn't himself. And so then the next time it was brumation season, and he got to do his normal 3 months. Oh my God, he was a different dragon when he woke up. I'm like, oh my God, Finn, you're back. Because he had not been himself for such a long time. So to that end, while it's true that dragons now, domesticated dragons, don't need to brumate because, again, we don't have a dry season. So we maintain their temperatures and their food source year round. Okay? But thousands and thousands of years of evolution tell them, okay, it's the dry season approaching. So go to sleep and wake up when the food sources are replenished and there's lots of water to drink so you don't die. And so they go, oh, okay, which is one of the reasons why, and those of you that have dragons have probably experienced this. You can let me know in the comments if you've experienced this. Climate change has been rough for these dragons. I know that, here we get, because I'm in Southern California, we get lots and lots and lots and lots of sunlight, okay? And sometimes when it's supposed to get cooler, it doesn't. And so it stays hot. And so it really kind of messes them up. And they don't really know, like, oh my God, what season is it? It's not like they can read a calendar, people. They have to go by the nature clues that nature gives them that now's the time to do something. Whether that's brumation, mating season, shedding, whatever it is. Okay, it's they have to go by their environmental and their evolutionary clock. So, when they don't get normal seasons, it's rough. So if you live in an area where you don't have typical seasons like we do here, let me know if you also experience it. Sometimes your dragons get confused. Mine do. I try to replicate a season for them as best as I can, but I don't ever force brumation because I think that's as bad as not allowing a brumation. And I know that there are a lot of veterinarians that are of that mindset, but I'm telling you, they're no match for Mother Nature. Now, clearly there are exceptions. If your dragon is ill or they're undergoing treatment or for some reason they cannot afford to go to sleep and you have to keep them up, then, keep giving them their favorite food and heat up their enclosure and do the best you can. Don't overheat your dragon. And do not overfeed them because then you're asking for much bigger problems. But if they normally brumate, let them brumate. I mean, really, it's no skin off our nose if they want to, sleep for a while. Like, so what? Like, we'll see them when they wake up. That's not a thing. But for them, it can be a very big deal. Okay. So we're going to let Merlin call the shots. If he wants to sleep and get up and sleep and get up and sleep and get up, we're going to let him. Because he's a handsome big boy. And he's an adult now and he's very healthy. So we'll just follow his lead. Like I said, this year, because he's only 2.5, he's just trying it on. He's trying on brumation to see what this whole thing is about. I fully expect next year when he goes down, when he's 3.5, he'll be out like a light and we won't see him till brumation is over. But for now, we just do what we need to do. And when he's awake, I will offer him food and water and light and heat and see what he does with it. And then if he decides for, a couple of days that he likes that and then he wants to go back to bed, that's okay. It's perfectly fine. I'm just going to follow his lead. Right, handsome boy? Merlin, my love. Hi, handsome. Yes, you go ahead and do whatever your little self wants to do, okay? If you're awake, we do food and water and heat and light. And if you want to sleep, we'll cover it up and turn on your ceramic heat emitter and you can sleep. Okay, handsome? All right. You're a good boy, Merlin. Yes, you are. So handsome. Oh, my goodness. Beautiful specimen of dragonhood. Yes, you are. Yep. And when you are finished with this whole brumation thing and shedding and all of that, I noticed it's time for a nail trim for you. They grow so fast, big boy. All right, everyone. Hope you're having a good weekend and that you have a great week coming up. Can you believe we're almost in November, people? Oh, my God. Okay, everyone. Have a great week. Merlin says, hang in there. Those of you who still have dragons that are awake, give them a big hug for us. And those of you that have dragons that are sleeping, just let them sleep. Okay, guys. I'll talk to you soon. Bye.